Hello, and welcome to another update video about Doge. Doge is still pushing higher. I mean, it hasn't pushed higher since the last video, but we're consolidating pretty much as planned. I mean, the last couple of days we talked about this consolidation that we now see on the smaller time frame. This here is, however, the daily chart, and the price has just moved up. The good news is that we are holding on a pretty high level. Okay, so it's not the time to get bored. Okay, it's not the time to switch off, in my opinion. Not if anybody's trading Doge, because the problem is people get too bored too easily, and then we get a few days of sideways consolidation, which is completely normal and healthy after, let's say, a pump like that. Okay, we had a really aggressive move up in this third wave. It's actually the third wave of an internal third wave, so a very aggressive part of a rally of a cycle, especially after the price bottomed there in a B wave. We first had an overlapping mess of 5 waves, however, so we did count this at the time as a first 5-wave move, a leading diagonal. I did then change the count as we had a very shallow pullback only here, but still it was a valid count, and also the new count led us higher. But I recently changed the microstructure here to reflect that this is likely a 1-2 setup. Maybe this is another 1-2, which I'm not labeling, so that would be even more bullish, but I want to give it a little bit more space. So if I have the wave 2 down here on the, when is that, Sunday the 3rd, yeah, then I can just draw the fibs from there, give it a little bit more space. Alternatively, I could put the fib to that smaller swing low here, and then we have support at 29 cents, valid as well. I want to leave it at 25 just to give it a little bit more spice. I mean, we need to give these cryptos a little bit of room to breathe, and it just, yeah, I'd rather give a little bit more space in that support area. So therefore, my view is that below 25 cents, this particular wave count that I have on the chart, in which we are moving up in a larger degree third wave, which is an ABC structure. And then in that C wave, we have 5 waves, and we're now at the, close to the end of an internal third wave of a third wave. But below 25 cents, that wave count would need to be changed. But it might only have to be changed on the micro level. And I have to say, a reinterpretation of the chart on the micro level, it's not really so noteworthy. It doesn't really change much. Yeah, in the very short term, yes. It's definitely relevant for anybody who's really trading the 1-hour chart, but it wouldn't change, the overall bigger picture. It wouldn't change the overall assumption on this chart. And what would be relevant then is the larger degree support. So I would then have to assume if we break below that 25 cent level, we would have to assume, okay, we're possibly already in the larger degree fourth wave. Okay, I don't believe we're yet in the circle 4 here. That's an even larger wave degree, but we could be in this one, which has support at 19.7 cents, 23.9, and 30 cents. So you see, these are partially overlapping, but it would actually be, it would look best, to just get this small 4-5 done and another 4-5. So that's what I'm watching, which means there are 2 short-term support areas that could, support the price in its rally, you could say. And there are some Fibonacci extensions that could come next, as the next upside targets to watch. We've got 34.4 cents, we've got 48.4 cents, 59.6, 84 cents. So these are important support level, Fibonacci extension levels to watch. The next ones are 48.4 and 59.6, and these would be also the next upside targets. For example, it could be that this internal 4 is done, and then we move up in wave 5. Then this support area for the next move down has to be adjusted higher, because it's measured based on the entire length of that third wave. And if we form one more high, we would have to move it up. We form a wave 4 and the wave 5, and we could land maybe somewhere around 84 cents, maybe higher for circle 3. That would take us then most likely in a larger wave 4 and one final push higher into that cycle target area. So I would not be surprised if in this cycle Doge reaches 130, $2.11, maybe even a little bit higher. It will have to be seen, but that would be the idea, that we get into this price region. We can always go higher. Okay, further upside extensions are always possible, but it's something that cannot really be predicted. You can never predict extensions, but we'd have to see if the market gets there. where we stand. Important is also to understand that only really when we have circle wave 4 complete. So let's get all of this third wave done here, then the fourth wave, and then we can calculate a target for wave 5 more precisely. So the closer we get to a target, or let's say the closer we get to completing a pattern, the better we can forecast where the structures should really land. Now let's also take a look at the smaller time frame for Doge. This is what I shared with you yesterday. I've added today pretty much here this kind of pennant. I mean, I shared the trend lines, I think, in the earlier video or on Discord earlier, but I've added a wave count for a possible internal triangle. So at the moment, I'm tracking here a possible A, B, C structure, which is absolutely valid. But with the higher low that formed today, it is reasonable to assume that we might be working actually on a triangle like this. So, this is like a bullish pennant, which could here be developing. So that means we have a series of lower highs and higher lows. It's an Elliott wave triangle. I think if I recall correctly, I showed you the triangle pattern yesterday on our Discord server. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, it wasn't the XRP video. It might have been in the XRP video. Doesn't matter so much. It's a sideways move. It's an ABCDE structure. That would be at least a reasonable alternative. Yeah, if we push a little bit, not push, but if we grind a little bit sideways over the coming days, then this is a pattern after a third wave top tier on Tuesday. A wave down, B wave up, C wave down, lower highs, higher lows. D wave up could be now, watch the trend line, maybe E wave down, and then it would break out to the upside. That's at least one way of interpreting the structure and how this triangle could be understood. But we still need a bit more price data. But all I'm saying is it might be going that way, a little bit. So yeah, that's the update about Doge. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. If you're interested in joining us in our conversation about bull market top and altcoin season and how it could all fit together and strategic thoughts about this, then check out our membership. On Sunday, we are running the weekly live stream, and this is going to be the topic for Sunday, 5 p.m. UTC. If you can't make it, don't worry. We have recordings that will be kept available, right? That's the Doge update. Have a great weekend. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.